Iraqi army and fire department. We rescued her. Now we got to get out of here. So thank you, Lord. Phase 1, phase 2.
On today's show, we'll meet Dave Eubank, and I'm going to play you an uncut interview we did in Syria just a few days ago. Dave's the founder of the Free Burma Rangers and one of the most impressive human beings you will ever meet, I promise. All coming up on today's Hot Zone.
This is the Hot Zone. Engaging with the news in a whole new way, international war correspondent Chuck Holton brings insight into areas of crisis and lets you help those affected.
Hello, I'm Dave Eubank of the Free Burma Rangers, here now in Syria, giving help, hope, and love to people under attack. And thank you, President Trump, Secretary Pompeo, and all the U.S. leaders who care about these people and are still giving help. We're here doing the best we can, and thank you for praying for us as well. I'm Dave Eubank, and
I'm Suzanne Eubank, and I help my mom with her kids program and with distributing food and water.
I'm Karen Eubank. Thanks for your prayers as we try to give love to these families in such a desperate situation.
I'm Peter Eubank, and I'm 13 years old, and I help my mom with the GLECFA program. Hi, my name is Sahaley, and I help with assistant ambulance driving and dentistry.
So we're here in the last pocket of ISIS. They're right behind there is where the Syrian and Iraqi borders meet on the Euphrates River. It's the last stronghold. We're not sure how many ISIS are left, but right now they say they're fighting to the death. Families are running away every day. Yesterday we treated many wounded, many children. One lady died right here, shot as they tried to flee ISIS, starving, in big trouble. So we're here to give love and care. Today we talked to some ISIS men that had given up and reminding them there's a new start, a new start. Ask God to help you. Ask Jesus to help you, a new start. We're together, no matter what our religions are. We all believe in love, in justice, in freedom. And so thank you, the U.S. and the world, for standing with these people. It's not only for their immediate life saving, it's also, ISIS is an idea. You don't beat this idea with just military might. That's an important component on the physical side, but it's going to take love and understanding and compromise. And so we appeal to the international community to stay with these people because they count, because we can, because it makes a difference not only now for saving lives, but the future of changing hearts. So God bless you all. Here in Syria, down near Susa and Baghouz and the Iraqi border at the very end of the physical presence of Daesh. Dave Eubank, God bless you in Jesus' name, out here. Guide me with the things to say that are useful for you and all. And Chuck,
Amen.
In Jesus' name, amen.
Okay, so let's just talk about what you're doing in Syria, why you decided to come to Syria.
Well, I'm Dave Eubank of the Free Burma Rangers.
No, just talk to me. We're just having a discussion.
All right. We came to Syria because we felt God called us. We're in Burma 25 years now with 80 teams working all the time, train hundreds of teams. No idea ever to come in the Middle East. When ISIS started their attacks, people asked us to come and help. So we started in Kurdistan and then the Battle of Mosul. And actually in between the Battle of Mosul and the Kurdish fighting, we came here 2 times on invitation. And that's when a young Christian named Bashir said, please come and help us. And he said, God is sending a mighty river into Syria, his spirit, to change things. And I said, we're not a river, man, we're a drop. And he said, we're all drops in God's rain, and it forms a river. And you and I may not live to see the day of change, but it's coming because God cares about these people. So doors open and we came. And this is our 7th or 8th trip here now, mostly since the Battle of Mosul was finished. And we're here to give relief, medical, food, diapers, blankets, whatever we can give people, and to encourage them. We tell them all, Jesus brought us here. You can believe what you want, but if you're in trouble, call on his name, and see what happens. And he's helped me. And I talked to the ISIS soldiers this morning.
Wait, hang on. I just want to make sure that's not okay. Who are these people behind you?
Behind me are families of ISIS that just fled ISIS lines, which are right over there. We're in the last corner, the last stronghold of ISIS between the Iraqi border, the Euphrates River, and the southeast part of Syria. We don't know how many thousands are left, but the last hardcore ISIS fighters are there holding out. These people have been able to escape, some by buying their way out, some by sneaking out. The way out is full of landmines and ISIS trying to shoot you. You saw that truck yesterday riddled with bullets, and about 7 people total shot in that group. one lady died and was buried here, and then a baby died on the way when you and our team was trying to evacuate her.
These people, a lot of them are still true believers.
Yes, some we talked to, they're very sorry they joined, but I think what we have mostly is people who really were dedicated to this cause. A lot of them came from Raqqa. Raqqa fell, they got here. They're the last hardcore, the distillation of that will and of a lot of evil. I don't believe that people are evil. They've chosen an evil way and getting harder and harder. There's a few that seem softened and broken, but most, like there was one French lady we talked to today, she's just hard. And I just pray her heart changes. And I was reminding her, you know, in Mosul, we lost a lot of friends. I was wounded 4 times. I lost my translator. 30 guys I knew well were killed. 3 of my team were wounded. If we had been caught by ISIS, we'd be dead. I saw what they did to kids. One by one, one day, 7 kids killed, we only saved 1. And so just thank God that that's what's happening to you. You got a chance. So love is the answer to this place. We know there's been injustices, we know that. But the way through is this project's not gonna work.
Why do you feel called to come to these kinds of places, as in, you know, right up toward the front?
Well, I think 1, that's where we feel God calls us. 2, that's where we see the biggest need, and we're a small group, so we can make the biggest impact right there. 3, it's in our hearts to care about these people. We don't like oppression, that's 4. And then 5, finally, this is what we're made to do. We like it. This is the kind of work we can do. And it's small, but we enjoy it, and we enjoy helping people, and we're not too afraid of the front line or fighting. And we have the skills. Most of us are ex-military, and my kids all grew up in the jungle since Pete was 3 weeks old, being nursed by Karen, holding my backpack with no lights, going through the Burma Army. They know what to do here. So, but all of that is only useful and only workable if led by God. So every day we pray and say, God, do you want us here? Where do you want us?
What's your thought about the U.S. pulling out of here?
I hope the U.S. does not, because the U.S.
Put it in full sentence for me.
I hope the U.S. does not pull out of Syria, because we do a lot to help defeat ISIS, which is important to do. We do a lot to create a space where Kurds and Arabs, Muslims, Christians, Yazidis can work things out together. If we pull out into that vacuum, will rise again ISIS, will come the Turks to attack the Kurds, will come Assad supported by the Russians and Iranians, will come many other groups viciously trying to get their own. While we're here in this space, we make a space that's not guaranteed to work, but it's a possibility, it's an opportunity for the different tribes and factions and religions here to figure out how to work together. And with our presence, that's probably one of the biggest things we do, is give that opportunity. And that's a very positive thing. It also stops attacks, which is another positive thing. And it strengthens our relationships with everybody who's our friends in this area, plus the international community.
What should the United States be doing to help these people, to help with the humanitarian side of things, and how would that translate to a better foreign policy, a safer United States?
Well, I think what the U.S. could do more of here, and I'm sure many people want to come and do this, is on the humanitarian side. The military side, they've done a great job, and they're doing a great job. They need to stay and complete that, and stay to keep this space open. But humanitarian, there's a huge gap. The humanitarian gap from the front line to, for example, the nearest hospital, 4 hours. So you could be shot up there and then take a whole day to cross, another day to get here, then 4 more hours before you get to a hospital. So what the U.S. could do, practically, is set up field hospitals to support the Syrians here, the Syrian Democratic Forces, to support them to improve their ability to save lives. Also, we could help them run an ambulance service for civilians. We could help them run a small little tent reception site here that has hot food, water to bathe with, medical care immediately. So there's 4 little kids buried there, and then 1 died yesterday, and another girl died there. None of those had to die.
They died from exposure.
Well, 4 kids died from exposure. 1 child died from being shot in the stomach. 1 girl died from being shot in the head. But they were all alive when they got here. Mm-hmm. And it took them almost over a day for all of them to die.
Yeah, there's just no treatment. There's no infrastructure at all.
Right. The Syrian Democratic Forces are doing their very best to help, and we're really grateful they're helping us. My request is help the Syrian Democratic Forces more, militarily and on the humanitarian side. They need that help, and they'll use it well.
There's a lot of foreign fighters and like you say, true believers still coming out here. and you're giving them food and water and medical care. What's it like to serve ISIS? What's it like to help somebody who would have gladly killed you?
I feel I lost Shaheen. I lost a lot of friends in Mosul. So I look at them first and go, man, I'm just mad at you. You killed my friends. Tried to kill me multiple times. Shot me in the arm, threw in my helmet, and point blank. But what I feel is that we're all sinners. We all need help. None of us are perfect. God gives a new chance every day. People can change. Even the person doing the most evil still might have a glimmer of love inside them, and God is love. That's God in their heart. Those that refuse that, probably going to die. But my prayer for these ones that have surrendered is that their hearts would change, and I would just tell them, like you heard me, you know what, I fought you guys, and you fought me, and you killed my friends. It's over. It's over. So for me, in my heart, I forgive them, and I want them to get a fair, new chance. God help me change my heart, because you can kill them, but you can't kill all of them. And if their hearts don't change, ISIS or another name will come up again. So I think the battle here is a physical battle of fighting, and in the end, probably killing those who will not change, but also those that have run out, whether they've changed yet or not. You have an opportunity to give them love, and they have a chance to change again. If they don't, they probably need to be locked up. But that's where we're at, right in the middle. So to me, it felt like God's work to help these people.
Yeah, it's pretty powerful to look at them and think they're someone made in the image of God, just like me.
Yeah. And people who look at this may go, hey man, I can't believe you're willing to help ISIS. And I would say, I probably lost more than most people who watch this video. And it didn't really matter. I don't know why I even said that. It's kind of silly. I just say what the truth is. The truth is, I lost my very close friend, Yazidi translator. I lost many others. I was shot myself. Tried to kill my family. I had a bullet go this far from Saheli's head twice in the Battle of Mosul. Our ambulances were shot up. In the face of that, why would we help them? Because God sent us, and we know I'm not perfect. I may not do the things ISIS do, but I do selfish things. And I thank God that I'm in a different environment, in different pressures, and I've chosen a different way not to walk their path. But they've walked into a deep, dark pit. And those that'll raise their hand and say, pull me out, I want to pull them out. That's redemption. That's how things change. Those that say never, okay, they're going to get killed. So the ones we're meeting now are the ones that are maybe saying, help me. We'll find out. But right now we're helping them.
Well, that's the message, is that, I was an enemy of God. I was God's enemy. Christ was murdered on a cross because of what I did. And so how could I mean, this is the embodiment of the physical manifestation of that for me. If I'm called to be like Christ, then that's what I have to do here, right?
Yeah, and this is the first time I said I forgive ISIS. That's God's work in my heart. That's God's work in my heart. I don't forgive ISIS as a name. I forgive the individuals. That doesn't mean I wouldn't shoot one that was killing somebody or wouldn't give up. But I think and forgiveness doesn't mean you don't have justice. Forgiveness doesn't mean you don't shoot somebody in the end if they won't stop. For forgiveness means I'm not the judge of that. I'm not the eternal judge. And so we've come here to help the IDPs, stand with the Syrian Democratic Forces. If we had to fight, we'd fight, but only as we feel God leads us, and only in love.
The Hot Zone is produced by Amy Holton and Livefire Media. Copyright 2019.